The Tennessee Titans lose on a Thursday night again. But I think we just found our quarterback, though.
McNair gives it to George, running right up the middle. Touchdown! Titans! There are no flags on the field! It's a miracle!
The safety, now you're one-on-one with it.
Shows why he's the man! In trouble. Sack!
What's up, Titan Nation? How's everyone doing? Yes, it's a little rough. The Titans lose to the Steelers 20-16. But before we get into that, before we get into the Levis talk, before we get into the Mike Rabel talk, okay, there's one thing I want to tell you guys, okay? Today is my birthday, yes. Very excited, very blessed. I mean, thank you for everyone who remembered my birthday to, leave a post on Twitter or whatever. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. Sad that I'm getting older in age, but it is what it is, right? But the thing is, I got a cookie cake. It's a little funny little story. I didn't want a cake. They always give me a bun cake, and I'm happy my family, gets me stuff like that, and I appreciate that. But this year I'm like, hey, do something a little different. So they got me a cookie cake, but the cookie cake was supposed to be my face. Supposed to be. I'm gonna show you guys this because I think it's pretty funny. So this was the Mr. Titan, Mr. Titan's birthday cake. Well, cookie cake. Hold on, this thing it's not letting me show you the real goods. Hold on. By the way, if you ever had the Great American Cookie thing, okay, here it is. Be gentle. The camera fell. Retake. Try it again. Look at that. That looks exactly like me. Look at that. They got the little beard. They got everything down packed. Woo! Yeah, they got the tea. They got the tea. I don't see it. But doesn't mean that I'm not gonna eat the shit out of this cookie cake. I'm definitely gonna eat this cake. Sorry again. So, oh my gentle Jesus. I am sorry. My thing is all messed up today. Okay, so let's talk about the Tennessee Titans game this Thursday, okay? Will Levis goes in. Again, hostile environment, short time, just played against Atlanta Falcons, showed out the way you want your rookie QB to show out. Go to Pittsburgh, Thursday night. Pittsburgh's defense is on point, all right? You have TJ Watt, which is a maniac. Our offensive line is terrible, as we know, and it's still questionable about who we're bringing in, who we taking out. It's a mess, right? Well, don't start, because this game gets even messier. Start off, right? I know, maybe you guys don't, maybe you guys do. I know that what Will Levis was going to do in the Atlanta game, he wasn't going to replicate in this game, okay? It's just being optimistic here and just realistic, right? It wasn't going to happen. You're going to have him. He's a rookie quarterback. He's going to struggle, okay? But he really didn't struggle that much. And the reason why he struggled in the begin with was because the offensive line. Obviously, the offensive line was terrible. At this time, he had moments where he looked good. In the beginning, obviously, he took some hits. I like that. I don't think it's too bad. I think it I said it before. I want to see what he does when the game's ugly, when the game isn't going the way he's, wanting it to go, when he's struggling, when he's frustrated, when he's getting hit constantly. I wanted to see how his reaction. I wanted to see what Will Levis had. And let me tell you, man, he still stood in the pocket, made some hard throws, knowing that he was going to get hit, stayed in the pocket. To be honest, I was quite impressed. And again, I've told people on this on social media that I'm not buying in on Will Levis. And it's not that I don't like him. It's just, man, we've been burned so many times by quarterbacks. And once I'm guaranteed I'm all in on the quarterback, something happens. Now, I'm rooting for him. Don't get me wrong. It's just, I have that moment where I'm like, oh, this is just too good to be true. We have an offense. He's throwing D-Hop, making plays, making Kyle Phillips look good. Hey, Kyle Phillips did good. He was exactly what we wanted, what we saw in practice, right? We saw it in training camp. It kind of showed a little bit of Kyle Phillips. So you had Kyle Phillips in the game. Chig made a couple plays, even though he's not very good. Treylon Burks finally showed up in the fourth quarter until, unfortunately, he got hurt. And you know what? Regardless if he didn't play very well or he hasn't been as well as, throughout the season that you guys predicted, he's still a human being at the end of the day. Pray that he's okay. I know that there were signs that he was moving and stuff, but a very scary scene with Treylon Burks, trying to catch a ball on the sideline and him hitting his head. So regardless of what you think of him as a player, remember, he's still a human, and, all the prayers and love goes to him, man. So you never want to see that with any player, not just our players, but any player that plays this game. And this game's brutal. So, but yes, so Treylon was doing good. I mean, Tajay Spears, but unfortunately, the defense seemed like they were back at home. Run defense was terrible. We couldn't put pressure on Pickett. We made him look like he was Peyton Manning. Couldn't touch him. There was no pressure whatsoever. And it was frustrating. It was frustrating seeing that and seeing them just go down the field and score on their very first drive, which that was the first time the Steelers ever done that this year. You have that, and that's like, dang, like, it just takes, But then you have the offense. The offense was moving the ball, and it was struggling at times, and our offensive linemen were dropping like flies. But I mean, Will Levis was making it work. He was getting connection. I mean, it's nice. The future is bright, it seems like, for the Tennessee Titans. It really does. I really think. And like I said, on this channel, if you know it, I wasn't on board with Will Levis when we first drafted him. I was like, I don't really like I don't like his attitude. I didn't really like how he played for Kentucky and just his college ball. But you know what? Looking at the first two games, he looks nice. He looks really, really nice. Like I said, stays strong in the pocket, has a great arm. Obviously, there's a couple things that he needs to clean up, footwork and whatnot, but he has a beautiful release. It's so easy. He just guides it in, and it goes so far where I take 10 steps to just throw it and it goes 5 yards. So it's crazy just to see that. But that's the positive in this game. Okay, I know the loss sucks, and I hate losing to the Steelers, but at the same time, the Steelers, game planned perfectly. They did, a little couple slants, little screen passes, and they worked out. Coaching failed. Coaching failed for the Tennessee Titans this game. Obviously, the players need to play, like Mike Rabel says. But yeah, some of the decisions people talked about already, especially for we got the ball. We're in the 30-yard line or something. It's almost halftime. We're going to get the ball back. Will Levis was slinging the ball, was moving the ball down, connecting with his receivers. First down he threw it, second down he did, and then came third down, and they decided to run the ball with Spears, and that's it. Instead of trying to, and they had I think 18 seconds left. Instead of trying to take another shot, the other shot was towards Tajay Spears, where Tajay Spears was off balance and fell and threw the ball and was overthrown a little bit. I think if he would have completed that route, I think that would have been a touchdown. A lot of people said, "Oh no, it was a bad throw." It could be a little bit of both, to be honest with you. I'm not saying he's perfect. I think rookie mistakes that could be fixed later on down the line. So it's not a huge glaring hole. But instead of trying to take another shot, down towards the end zone, they end up just doing a field goal. And I get you want to get the points. It makes sense. But it's third down. Try why run the ball? Why not try to take another shot? Yeah, the risk of intercepting the ball or this and that, and just you want to be automatic, but you never know. The kid was moving the ball. It wasn't like he was getting stuck. I think it is. I'm not upset, but look at the end of the game. 20-16. Maybe a touchdown would have completely changed the game if we would have went for it right before half. Another questionable call was towards the fourth quarter. We have 4 to 5 minutes left. We're getting really good field position by a kickoff return, which was nice. Probably the best, field position we had in a while. And we end up doing on third down, taking Derrick Henry out, and another play towards Tajay Spears. And then they do fourth down, and they try to take a deep shot with Treylon Burks, and that's where he got hurt. Another, I think, silly mistake. Could have definitely, like I said, play calling was questionable. After that, we have a chance to get the ball back, and it was a forced interception. A lot of people are upset with him. I'm not. He took a chance. It was either going to be a touchdown or an interception. That towards the late half of the game, it's 20 seconds to go, 15 seconds to go. They're near the goal, the red zone. You got to punch the ball in. He was forcing the ball, but what do you expect him to do? He's trying to win the game. I'm not upset with that interception. At least he tried and he failed, but it is what it is. But a lot of people, and this is where people are going to start, really getting on to me, because I put on Twitter, I don't know, with Mike Rabel, maybe this is his, last year. Maybe, I don't know. I just have a feeling. That's what I said. Automatically people are saying, oh, you don't want Mike Rabel. Oh, you think, they're going to fire him, or you think this, think that. And I'm just saying, I don't know. I just a gut feeling, Mike Rabel has been great for us, and trust me, I know I've been through some bad coaching in my life. Mike Mularkey. No, not Mike. Mike Mularkey wasn't bad. It was Mike Munchak, Ken Wisenhunt. Trust me, I've been there. I know what a bad coach is, guys. But at the same time, man, these coaching decisions, they play effect, right? He is the head coach, okay? At the end of the day, he is the head coach. And don't get me wrong, I love him to death. But if you're telling me that he's not on the hot seat, or his seat's not even a little bit warm, then get off my channel, because you don't know what you're talking about, okay? I think so. I think he might be just, what's wrong with being a tad bit warm? I think so, just a tad bit, just a little bit. Not saying he's going to get fired, not saying we should fire him, absolutely not, But is his seat a little warm? Yeah, it's a little warm, okay? We haven't won a road game. The Titans don't look good. And I understand. Yes, the roster is trash, this and that. We'll see what happens. I really hope Rand knows what he's doing and he can bring some people in. But this is the first time where, yes, it sucked that we lost, but there was some positivity. There was some positive there. I would like to see what Will Levis does in Tampa. That's if, Ryan Tannehill plays or not. My best bet is I think they still stick with Will Levis, and we'll see what happens. I'm excited. But overall, the game has some ups and downs. But that's it, guys. That's all I have for you. Let me know, guys. You don't have to bash me. You don't have to bash anyone who doesn't have your opinion. Again, that's why we're all different. We all have different, opinions. You might not agree with someone's opinion, but doesn't mean you have to bash them. All right? Everyone has their own thing. Just respect each other in the comments, okay? But other than that, I'm going to go eat my cookie. And I will talk to you guys. When do we play? Oh, yeah, next week. All right. Love you guys. Tighten up.